Hi, Tracy Lewis from Stuff and Things. I'm going to do a creative card from start to finish, and I am going to start with a piece that I took out of my stash. It is this black dragonfly that I will die cut. It is from the Stampin' Up! Set Awesomely Artistic. I have the die cuts that are an aftermarket die that I was given from a friend. Here's the dragonfly, and I am probably also going to use this floral piece, which I will show you. So from this set, Awesomely Artistic, here is the dragonfly that I will use, that I've already got on vellum. I will use this floral piece. I will use this background, the splatter background, as well as the two fern sizes. For the sentiment, I actually like the friend sentiment that comes with the set. And for colors, I'm going to be using Challenge Colors Old Olive, Basic Black, and Whisper White, of which I do not own Old Olive, so I'm using Distress Ink Peeled Paint. And for black, I'm using Memento Tuxedo Black. Alright, first I'm going to take some Whisper White, and I am going to do some random stamping for the background. And I am going to use Tuxedo Black and Old Olive both. Starting with the hatched background, I will run a couple of lines. Eventually this paper that I'm using will get trimmed down. But for now it's the full trim 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 or A2 size. And I'm just being very random. Next, I'm going to grab the splat. It's just a splatter pattern. Some of it will be covered by the flower in the center, or off center possibly, we don't know yet. Alright, so there's a background with the blacks. And on a separate, so there's our background starting point. And use my Misty. The only issue with placement is just making sure that it is on the white and not off the white. I will take out the foam insert because I'm already using a foam backed stamp with the clear mount style backing. I have inked up my floral image. The center of it isn't as dark as I would like, and the joy of the Misty is that I can re-ink and go again till it is as dark as I want it. Alright, so that's nice and dark. I am now going to take some Copic markers that I use for coloring in the matching Old Olive, and I'm going to color the leaves, and then I will be back for the next step. Alright, so I've pulled out my colors from my Copic markers. I am going to simulate Old Olive by using YG93, YG95, and YG97. This paper is Whisper White, so I'm going to use light flicking. It's not the Copic marker paper that is able to handle a lot of heavy load. I will start with my lightest color and just very lightly flick on the ink. I want to put my darker layers over the wet ink, so I will do small areas at a time, and we'll do all of the colors, lightest to darkest, before moving on. Okay, so that's the first set. I'm looking for leaves here. I'm going to leave the flowers white. And then there are some real dark areas in here that I might add a hint of the darkest color to. Alright, so that completes my coloring. Now I'm going to get that die cut out, and then I'll be back. Alright, I've done some work. I have die cut my colored flowers and made some olive green fern leaves to accent them with a couple of extras. I made a decision that I didn't like the dragonfly in vellum. Instead, I cut a friend out in vellum using black. And I also took the background. I added the dragonfly up at the top, facing down. Friend is going to go up here, and I added sponging all the way around to make it a little more distressed looking. I trimmed it down and added a very thin border of black, and I want a wider border of white for the very background. When I assemble it, I went ahead and placed the ferns where I thought it would fit best. And then I'll add a couple of ferns on the bottom, and then one not popped up. I went ahead and already popped up the flowers. So it will look something like so. With friend, I decided to staple friend. I'll have to staple that right before I attach it, and it's going to go in the upper left corner. So now I will get to assembling all of these layers. There is our finished card, and now I'm going to quickly stamp up an envelope for it. I like to decorate my envelopes so that people know that when they're coming in the mail that they're coming from me. I'm going to go ahead and do the dragonfly coming up from the corner. And then I will add a little bit of the splat in green. Just like so. That completes this card using the Awesomely Artistic stamp set. Thanks for watching. After making the envelope, I was looking at my card And I decided that I wanted to make a little more interest to the flowers, which are basically white flowers. So I've gone ahead and colored with Copic 2 different colors of pearls. And I believe I'll even add, that'll be 15 pearls in the middle color. So we'll have a variety of colors here. That way this will end up being a feminine card that I will send to some lucky female of the family. And we'll see how these come out. All right, there we have it, fully covered in pearls, 3 different colors, including all 3 that I used for coloring the leaves: YG93, YG95, and YG97. And let's show YG93, because I don't think you saw it. There you go. And that, I think, is going to finish it up to my satisfaction. And that is the joy of creating. You can always decide to add more later. Thanks for watching.